Alright, hey guys, OnlyGamer here, and I'm doing another collection video, and today I'm going to be doing a Game Boy collection. So in this video, I'm basically going to be showing all the games I have for the original Game Boy, the Game Boy Color, and the Game Boy Advance. And as you can see, I don't have too many games for these systems. I don't really collect much handheld stuff, which explains why my collection's so small. So yeah, so some of these games I would have already shown off in collection videos before, and some I haven't. As you can see right up here, I got all of my Game Boy handhelds. So we've got the original Game Boy, the Game Boy Pocket, the Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, and the Game Boy Advance SP. I'm just missing the Game Boy Light, the Japanese exclusive one, as well as the Game Boy Micro, and then once I have those two, I'll have every single Game Boy. And I remember as well, for quite a long time, when I first started collecting like these old handhelds, like I really wanted a full set. Like I wanted every single Game Boy, every single DS, every single like Nintendo handheld. I just wanted to own them all. Yeah, these are all the Game Boy systems I have at the moment. I also do own a DS Lite, which plays Game Boy Advance games, but that's obviously, that's a DS, that's his own handheld, but it still plays GBA games. But anyway, with that being said, let's just go straight to the games. Like I said, this is a mixture of original Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance. These are all the loose cart games I own, and as you can see here, I got 3 complete in box Game Boy Advance games, and I also have the manual here for Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 as well. So let's just go through all the games. So let's start things off with the original Game Boy games right here. I've only got 4. So we'll start things off with this is actually a bootleg cartridge. Yeah, you'll see the front is a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 Radical Rescue, which was a game released for the Game Boy. But this cart in itself is a bootleg, because it says like 33 in 1. This actually came free with my Game Boy Pocket. I got my Game Boy Pocket for Christmas one year, and yeah, and this was one of the games that came with it. And you could tell it's fake because, first of all, the plastic feels a hell of a lot cheaper than the actual official Game Boy games, and plus at the top it just says game on it rather than Nintendo Game Boy, which is what it should say. But yeah, so this has 33 games on it. I'm not going to list every single game that's on this cartridge, but basically it has a lot of the most well-known Game Boy games like Tetris, Super Mario Land, Alleyway, etc. Just a random bootleg cart that I have. Alright, next up we have probably the most well-known original Game Boy game. We have Tetris. This was the original packing game for the Game Boy and also a launch title. There's nothing I really need to say about this. I mean, it's Tetris, and this is probably the most iconic version of the game on the original Game Boy. It's probably the one that most people play for the first time, but yeah, got that. And I've also got here Super Mario Land 2, 6 golden coins. This is actually the only Mario game I have for the original Game Boy, if you don't count like Super Mario Land, the original on the bootleg cart there. But yeah, Super Mario Land 2, pretty good game actually. Haven't played it in a while, but yeah, it's pretty decent 2D platformer. Next here I got Wario Land 2. This is actually the original Game Boy version of Wario Land 2. For some reason, what I find weird is that Wario Land 2, this was a really late release for the original Game Boy. It came out in 1998, the same year as the Game Boy Color. And this was released for the Game Boy Color as well. Yeah, there's a Game Boy and a Game Boy Color version. But the thing is that the Game Boy Color version also plays on the original Game Boy and the Game Boy Pocket, because it's one of the black cartridge games, which plays on the older systems. So I don't really get why they bothered making a regular Game Boy version of this game when it's also on the Game Boy Color, and the Game Boy Color version plays on the original Game Boy Pocket, etc. I just don't really see the point. But it's probably because this one has some, I don't know if you see there, but it's got the Super Game Boy logo on it. This one has like exclusive, like I think Super Game Boy borders. If you play on the Super Game Boy, add-on for the Super Nintendo that lets you play Game Boy games. But yeah, but other than that, I don't think there's really much difference between the two. All right, next I've only got 2 freaking Game Boy Color games. So this section will be pretty quick. So starting things off, I got Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. This is a 2D side-scrolling version of the classic Neversoft game. It's pretty decent actually. I haven't gone too far into it, but yeah, it's pretty decent for the Game Boy Color port. And then here we have Super Mario Bros. Deluxe. This is basically the original NES Super Mario Bros. And also Super Mario Bros. 2, The Lost Levels, which is unlockable on here. Yeah, it's basically those two games on a Game Boy Color cartridge. And then for my Game Boy Advance games, we've got Spider-Man Mysterious Menace. This is actually a pretty decent 2D side scroll actually. Yeah, and this was also an early GBA game. It came out in 2001. This is actually a double pack cart that has Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2 on it. So basically the two games, based on the first two Sam Raimi films, is on one cart here. And yeah, and similar to Mysterious Menace, 2D side scrollers. And then we've got the Tony Hawk games for the Game Boy Advance. I don't own all of them, but yeah, I'm actually missing two, Downhill Jam and Skateland. But other than that, I do have the rest of them. So I've got here Pro Skater 3, Pro Skater 4, Underground, and Underground 2. These games are all pretty much identical. I mean, these are the isometric Tony Hawk games. And yeah, they're actually pretty decent. Obviously not as good as their main console versions, but they are still pretty decent games in their own right. I kind of made a mess here, but next up we got Tekken Advance as a 2D version of Tekken, released exclusively for the Game Boy Advance. That's pretty decent. This one has its sticker ripped off, but this is Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, another side-scroller, and this was also exclusive to the GBA. And I've got a few first-person shooters on the Game Boy Advance. I've only got 3. I've got all the id Software classics right here. Wolfenstein 3D, Doom, and Doom 2. I really want to get Duke Nukem Advance. I've been wanting to get that for such a long time. But yeah, but these are all the FPS games I own for the GBA at the moment. And then next I got Smashing Drive. Smashing Drive is a pretty interesting game. It's basically kind of like a Crazy Taxi clone. And this game is extremely impressive for the Game Boy Advance. Like anyone who's played this, like, would know this is one of the few GBA games that's fully in 3D, and yeah, it's really impressive considering the hardware that's running on, and it actually runs like pretty decently. I mean, and it's actually a pretty alright game. Alright, next I got the Sonic Advance trilogy. So we've got all 3 games here: Sonic Advance 1, Sonic Advance 2, and Sonic Advance 3. These are all pretty decent games. And then, last but not least, we have Super Mario Advance 2, Super Mario World. This is basically, you know, the classic SNES game, Super Mario World, ported onto the Game Boy Advance. This particular copy is actually a bootleg. I don't know how well you can tell, but yeah, the Game Boy Advance logo looks slightly different on here. Yeah, I don't know how well this will show on camera, but this is an unofficial copy of Super Mario Advance 2. But yeah, so those are all the loose cart Game Boy Advance games I own. And now let's talk about the complete in box games that I own. So I only own 3 complete in box Game Boy Advance games at the moment. Usually when I do buy games for Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, etc., I just get the loose carts because it's a hell of a lot cheaper. But these are obviously the exceptions right here. So let's start things off with Pac-Man Collection. This has 4 Pac-Man games on it. You got the original, Pac Attack, Pac-Mania, and Pac-Man Arrangement. And yeah, all 4 games on one cartridge, and they're all pretty decent actually. Especially like Pac-Man Arrangement. It's probably my favorite game on here. And yeah, I'll show you what comes inside. It is complete. Got the cartridge right there in its original plastic bag, and then I've got the manual in here as well. I don't know how I'm going to do this with one hand. Alright, so here's the manual right here, and also the warranty information or whatever that comes with like every Nintendo game. And this is obviously the bit of cardboard that's used to hold the cartridge. So yeah, so that's Pac-Man Collection. And then next I got Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. This one I specifically bought complete in box because I remember when I bought this in late 2019, I was kind of obsessed playing this. I mean, I remember like I would play this literally at school on a GBA emulator, and yeah, this is honestly one of my all-time favorite Game Boy Advance games. Is Pro Skater 2 on the GBA. Obviously, it plays just like the other Tony Hawk games. on system, but I don't know what it was about this one specifically, but this one was my favourite out of all the GBA Tony Hawk games. And yeah, and I got it complete in box. So, starting off, there's a cartridge right there, and it's original plastic bag. And then I've also got the manual and the other thing. So I've got the instruction manual right here, and I've got the epilepsy warning, or whatever the fuck this is. So yeah, so I got that. I packed all these away like after I'm done with this video. And then last but not least, I've got Tony Hawk's Underground 2 right here. This one, as you can see, is pretty beat up. It was actually like this when I first bought it on eBay many years ago. But yeah, as you can see, I put like sellotape on it and stuff. Yeah, this box is in terrible condition. But the manual is inside. As you can see, there's the manual for Fug 2. And of course the actual cartridge right there. But yeah, pretty shocking condition this is in. I think when I first bought this on eBay, I think it was just like the box was just completely flat, and then I tried my best to you know, not flatten it, I guess. I don't know, but despite how in bad condition this is, I still decided to keep it. And then this right here is of course the instruction manual for Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3, because when I bought my copy of Pro Skater 3 on the Game Boy Advance, it came with the manual but not the box. So there's the back advertising Sean Palmer's Pro Snowboarder, which I really want to get, by the way. I own Sean Palmer's Pro Snowboarder for the PS2, but I want to get it for the Game Boy Advance and the Game Boy Color as well. So yeah guys, there you have it. That is my entire Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance game collection. So let me know in the comments, out of all the games right here, which one's your favourite, and also let me know what Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance games do you own, and also let me know like what Game Boy systems do you own, you know, like do you own the original Game Boy, do you own the Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance SP, do you own all of them, you know, do you have the Micro, do you have the rare Game Boy Light, you know, I'd like to know. But yeah, anyway, with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please like, subscribe, and peace.